with. 3 bars on me, I ain't talking about the Wi-Fi. Band 10 wrist, I ain't talking about the sci-fi. Look at mine, not the same color as my cock. Feeling like Messi, trying to kick it like soccer.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to Turbo's Garage. And today, since the Tahoe trans is broken, my trans is basically broken too. The Lexus runs and drives perfectly fine, and we don't want to break it. So we're going to be resurrecting the good old 600cc street bike powered ATV. Now, if you're OG to the channel, I'm talking about OG back when we only had like 50 subscribers. I think it was like not featured, but you kind of see it in the background. It's been following us everywhere we've ever moved. It's just been there, just sitting under our tarp. So we actually want to resurrect it and actually see if this thing actually freaking still runs. What it is a 600cc Ninja ZX6R motor swapped into a 125cc little kid's like ATV thing, and it's like it's a death trap basically. Let's see if this thing even works anymore. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, oh, it's trash.
Not now.
It's been over a year since I even drove it.
Oh yeah. So they like the thing doesn't even have exhaust on it. It's like open headers, street bike motor, and you can see the fuel cell here. You literally sit right off of the fuel cell, like
exactly. You have a fuel cell between your legs.
Yeah, you have a fuel cell between your legs and stuff. It's ridiculous. If you ever have a fuel fire, you're gonna be losing your crotch.
It's literally a crotch rocket.
Yeah, it's a crotch rocket technically. That's funny. But yeah, you can see all this.
And it's dumb light too, like
yeah, it's super light. Yeah, it's like you can literally pick the back of it up.
Like it's nothing. Like
I know.
The frame only weighs 50 pounds.
Oh
and
shit.
the motor weighs like 150.
I know.
So altogether, it only weighs 200 pounds and has 100 horsepower. So.
Holy shit! It doesn't run like what 15,000 RPM.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
You get that little tarp off the wheel. Holy shit! You can see it here. It's full of dust and dirt, but like yeah, you can see the tach, and it has a whole bunch of RPMs on it. So it means this is like slow, medium, you about to die.
Holy, can we like
direction.
18,000?
18?
No, it's 16. My bad.
16,000?
Yeah,
holy shit! Oh damn. Man, when this thing is back on the road, this is gonna be freaking crazy. They had like some LED lights in the front. Like we put this stuff on before LED light bars were popular. So you know we've been having this thing for a long time. Like you still have these old like eBay pocket little light things. Things are very, very small, but
I know everything can be adjusted, tightened.
Oh yeah, this thing is gonna be a work in progress. But it's been sitting for like
it's been fast, and all you
yeah.
driving and everything, like had no issues with it. It's just stupid fast.
It's been sitting for 2 years, but it's been running and driving for like the past. It hasn't been running and driving for 1 year, but it's been sitting for like 2 years. We haven't like thrown it on the street and nothing for like the last 2 years. So
I built this thing like 4 years ago. Yeah. My first year in college, that's when I built this thing.
Damn.
It's crazy.
Well, let's see if this thing even freaking runs. Check oil, make sure this shit got fluids in it.
I know it should have gas in it.
Yeah. Remember we put a new battery on it?
Yep.
Because the old battery was just destroyed, and we just put a new battery because we were actually planning on resurrecting this thing. This isn't just like a today type of deal. Like, hey, let's just go freaking turn this shit back on. No, we actually like prepared for this.
Yeah, the oil was good on it.
All right. Open headers. Oh fuck. Damn. I'm scared.
Should be.
Mom always scared though, so I mean it's normal.
Get on the fuel.
Holy shit. God damn.
Sounded pretty good.
It does? We're gonna try to see if it moves under its own power. I mean, it has a clutch, it's a 6-speed street bike engine and trans, so. Oh shit! Oh, does it have brakes?
Yeah, it's
Oh. I thought you was gonna go straight into this fence, dude.
I know, I'm good.
Oh shit, you got it. Yeah, it runs. You good?
Good, huh?
So, the setup. How is this thing set up? It's basically a Frankenstein, how everything is put together. The actual chassis of this is a 125cc, like Chinese, eBay, whatever the, like cheap ATV chassis. It came with like a stock 125cc motor that only made like 5 horsepower. I think it was weak. But from there, what we did is we chopped the frame of it and extended it around 6 or 7 inches. What he said. Yeah. So around 6 or 7 inches, we put a tube frame on it. So it's a tube frame to actually hoist the motor. Like, so the new motor that we swapped in was a Ninja ZX6R 600cc 101 horsepower motor. I forgot what it was. It was like 101 or 110 horsepower motor. That comes with the 6-speed transmission for that, and it's all the way to the stock eBay, whatever rear end, Chinese, whatever that is.
Yeah,
it's like
stock rear end.
Stock rear end.
Suspension.
Think of it as a 10 bolt for a F body. It's gonna explode sooner or later.
So many times I think bolts where bolts don't supposed to
we had to like bolt every single thing. Oh, it's crazy. Yeah. So this thing is probably going to be the weakest link of it, but that's really the setup of it. It's very, very simple. It's just kind of like, I haven't seen this type of setup being done on these type of very, very cheap ones. A lot of people, especially Ninja Swap Raptors and stuff, more legitimate ones. This is like the most lower quality chassis they have, but it still works. So the fact is, the main way that, and it's lighter as well. And where we dumped the money at, it was actually in the engine. So the engine is a legitimate street bike motor. It's not like a knockoff 600cc motor. It's actually from a street bike. We actually bought a street bike and stripped it just for the motor. So it's really how you got to do it. But the tack over here, 16,000 RPM. It goes all the way up to 180. I don't think the speedo works. The RPM gauge works as it should. You got an external fuel tank. This is actually the air box for it. So this is so this isn't the fuel tank. This is the fuel tank right here. So people say, well, you got a fuel tank between your legs, you're gonna blow. If you drive a fucking motorcycle, you're gonna have a fuel tank between your legs just to begin with. So chill out, people. Just before it even happens, I want to shut people down before it even happens. Fuel filter system going into the carburetors. Most of the bikes all the way up to like 2008, 2009 are all carbureted. So bikes stayed carbureted longer than cars did, so it's not a very, very old motor. It's pretty a recent motor. Outside of that, stock suspension, the wheels and tires, I think they're off of a different type of ATV. I don't think these are the stock wheels and tires for it.
Yeah, it's off a different ATV.
Yeah.
The ones in the front are stock, but the wheels and tires in the back is off a different ATV.
Yeah.
You can tell by the tread pattern.
Yeah, it's not straight. Yeah, exactly. From there, normal stock, like literally stock 5 horsepower 125cc brakes.
Brakes and
rear end. So that's gonna be like the next thing we gotta really change out outside of like the exhaust section and the exhaust system for it. But that's really how the setup is. It's very, very simple, very, very cheap. It's not like a.
And everything works on it.
Everything works. Yeah.
Fly with this thing.
Yeah. That's all. It's before we started the YouTube channel. We had this thing before we started up the YouTube channel. So that's the main reason I wish I kind of had a camera before then. So then we've been doing stupid stuff ever since like we actually had money and had jobs. But shit. That's really it. That's really everything about it. I mean, it's not real complicated at all. Simple setup. Still needs a lot of work, yeah. I mean, it needs an exhaust for one. It's like, I'm gonna keep on saying that constantly, exhaust, because it needs a fucking exhaust.
Parts coming in the mail right now.
Yeah, the Trans Am right now is down. I need to build a trans because third gear just is basically whenever I full throttle on Watt, third gear is useless. Third gear will grab under daily driving, but Watt just doesn't grab. Tahoe's transmission doesn't grab. Like third gear just is gone. Like if you see the previous video, that thing is just freaking gone, dude. So I know right now, next step is going to be building the trans on these two built 60s. I already know a guy that can build some. So yeah, I'll just do that. I don't feel like chopping my car up because I'm actually going to get something else coming in like the next couple of weeks. So it's going to be faster than this, but I actually want to keep this car because this is like my favorite car of all time. I know. Coming up from that little Honda Civic, I mean, I'm doing pretty well right now. So, still a thing. So, yeah. Turbo's Garage. This guy with all the freaking projects.
Oh yeah, I got so many.
This guy with all the editing. Yeah, I just basically point and shoot whatever we freaking do for the day. So we mess with ATV, I point and shoot. Mess with the TA, I point and shoot. And this guy funds everything. Funds the projects. Yeah, but yeah, Turbo's Garage. Catch us next time.